What is going on, everybody? Hope you're having a blessed day. I certainly am. It's not too warm out, but I'm tired of wearing sweatshirts. It's supposed to be up to 90 by Monday, so we got dilemmas all over the place, man. We were going to go do a mulch job tomorrow. Well, it's going to rain, so we decided we're going to do hedges. Well, the rain's coming in at 9 a.m., so that hedge job is out because there's no way we'll get it done. I'm not doing hedges in pouring rain. My buddy Chad gave me the idea for this video. He said, you know, you really should talk about mower quality and what your opinions are on that. And if you guys haven't seen Chad over at Green Acres Lawn Care, go check him out. Now listen, I'm going to tell you, he wears hats all the time. Okay, Chad, you'll never see him without a hat usually. There's a reason for that. I didn't even want to say anything, but the poor guy uses Nair instead of shampoo, and I've told him Nair is not a shampoo. It actually takes hair out. So unfortunately he has to wear a hat because he doesn't have any hair. But don't say anything to him, please. If you go over there and subscribe, just say, hey, Doc sent me. Don't mention his hair, okay? I'm just letting you know. Anyway, we are going to get some footage at this one right here, this beauty. And yeah, that's what we're doing, man. That's what we do. That's what we do for a living. We mow grass, and I'll tell you what, we really need to say some prayers for those folks that are under drought conditions right now. That's really rough, man. And I know we're going to hit it. Everybody says, man, guys, you guys have a wet spring. We do. The problem is it never lasts. And by July and August, we're going to be skipping yards left and right. There's going to be no work to do. It's going to be horrible. But that's why we save now. That's why we work a lot. And anyway, guys, let's get going. I'll talk to you soon. Okay guys, I want to show you something. We talked yesterday about what happens if you're trimming and grass gets in the bed. That's how Chad lost one of his yards. I want you to see that. There is no option here, okay? These have to be trimmed around. Where do you think the grass is going to go? Right in the bed. You're not going to get away from it. I got it all the way down through there. I've got to get the bad boy in and out of these sections, and the only way you're changing that is if you don't trim it and you bag this with a push mower. I'm not doing that for the price. Now, if they want to pay me 70 bucks, I will bag this gladly, but I'm showing you grass in the beds, guys. Nothing you can do about it. Had a gentleman come on yesterday and said, man, thank God I thought I was the only one getting grass in beds when I trimmed. Dude, nobody can trim around edges and not get grass in them. It is impossible. So don't let anybody tell you any different. And they don't make a vacuum for them. So anyway, I got to get to it. I'll see you soon. Okay guys, this is it. Last one of the day. Wanted to show you those curbs. Wanted to show you the front yard. Turned out really nice. Take you back here and show you the back. Now I know the mower is cutting where I want it to cut. And I did hear from them again today, and the parts are on their way. So now I do cut this back at 3 3/4. I cut the front at 4 inches. So show you what this looks like. It's a pretty good size yard. Now it's cutting on the right height. Big difference, if you guys can tell from the last couple weeks. It looks good. Oh man, I'm wore out. So we got rain coming in the morning at 10 now, and we're going to try to get up there and get a hedge trimming job done. 3 hours is not a long time, but I think we'll be able to get it. And I want to talk about, how do you know what equipment's good, what's bad? Well, number one, man, word of mouth tells you how good a piece of equipment is. If somebody's warning you not to buy something, take heed to that. I'm just saying, take heed to it. Don't sit there and say, well, I'm going to be the guy that proves everybody wrong, because that's the guy I was. It's not that the mower's not mowing. It's just, certain things are happening with it, and you guys know all about that. And honestly, I don't think I should have to really pay for anything on it, because I didn't do it from the factory. I didn't do anything to it, but I get it. The warranty's up, and they don't really have to help me with this. But that's my opinion. So you got to really talk to people, man. Look around. What are the names that you've heard of for years? Look on Google reviews. Look just anywhere you can. Look around. Talk to people who've owned them for years. Look on YouTube. YouTube, man, listen, don't get on YouTube. The only mower that's being pushed on YouTube is Yaka and Toro. And that's because Toro gives it to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that'll do you know what with them and say the right things. And they just keep giving them to people who don't really work hard. And us guys out here who are hustling and beating these things to pieces, that's who they're not giving them to. So beware who you listen to on YouTube. Let me tell you that much. Okay? And you guys have been with me from the start of this journey, man. A lot of you. And I like, the sad part is I like the mower. I really like the mower. And it's almost paid off, and I don't want to buy another mower. I really don't. But I will tell you, when this mower is had its final day, I'm certainly going back to Skag. Now, you take that for what you want to take it. You can say, well, he's disgruntled because they wouldn't give him a mower, and all this and that. Got nothing to do with it, man. If you know me personally, you know that has nothing to do with it. But a lot of you guys don't personally know me, so you have to just take what you see. And I think it's a good mower. If everything is right on it, if everything is right and correct, it's a good mower. To make bolts that you can only tighten once or twice, I think that's a mistake. Those bolts should be able to bite in. They should have steel on them. They can bite in as many times as you need to unlock them. And I'll show you which ones they are real quick. These bolts right here, they say you have to replace those every 2 times that you unlock them. I think that's a waste of time and a waste of money. Who does that? Who makes something like that? Well, now we know. So as much as this has been a learning process for me, it's also a teaching moment for all of you guys who are watching as to what mower, you may want to buy. Now, I can tell you, I've had plenty of Skags. Have I had trouble with them? Yes. Has Skag always stood behind it? Absolutely, 100%. So you got to really watch, man, what you're doing out here. Look, if I buy a Cub Cadet, I expect to get what I paid for. I really do. If I buy a Skag, I know exactly what I'm going to get. If I buy an X-Mark, even though I don't like them, I know what I'm going to get with an X-Mark. And I know who stands behind them. The Yaka, I wouldn't give you, I'm going to be nice. I would not buy one. Let's put it that way. Not doing it. The Bobcat, it's an interesting mower because I know Brian over in Australia uses them, and he has had nothing but good luck with them. So is that a mower I would look at? Possibly, yeah. But I'll tell you what I like. I like a deck that hangs with chains. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, yes, chains can stretch out, but I have never had a mower whose chains have stretched out. And the Skag you can adjust on your own without any help. Really self-explanatory. I'm sure there's plenty of videos out on it. There's really, once something is wrong on this deck, something's wrong, and you're replacing parts. And that's not good. That's not good. Chains stretch. Chains aren't going to stretch an inch over 5 years, man. I'm going to tell you that right now. I've never had my chains on my Skag decks do that. It doesn't work that way. So, I don't know, man. When you're picking up a mower, understand if it's cheap, you're going to get cheap. I know nothing about Ferris other than my buddy Tim has one, and he likes it. It's had its problems. It has had its problems. But he likes it. As far as the steel mower, look, dude, they make trimmers. They make trimmers, and that's where I'm going to leave that at. They make trimmers and blowers and chainsaws, and they do a darn good job of it. Sometimes you ought to stay in your lane. Grasshopper, absolutely fantastic mower. Just very expensive. And there's not a lot of dealers around. So you got to be careful, man. Listen, pick a dealer, find out what their best mower is, their highest quality mower. And if you cannot afford that one, get a couple versions down, save yourself about 10 grand, get that mower and start out here. And if you can only start with a riding tractor, start with a riding tractor. You do what you got to do to start, but once you're at this level, you have got to have equipment that is rock solid. Rock solid, man. My mortgage depends on this. My car payment depends on this. Feeding my wife depends on this mower. It's got to be rock solid. There cannot be any, well, we cut this wrong from the factory. Well, we did this wrong. Well, that's wrong. You can't have that crap, man. You got to have something that is reliable, that no matter how many times it bounces, that thing is going to cut true. So I don't know, guys. That's my spiel for the day. Don't get caught up in the hype of all this is a pretty collar and that looks good and man, I'd like to try that. If you got something that works, stick with it. I don't care what it is. So hope you enjoyed the video. As always, hey guys, please hit the subscribe. We are 147 away from 10K. I can't believe it. So anyway, love y'all. God bless y'all. Have a great weekend. As always, Dr. Real was in the house. Keep it real. I'll see you guys I might see you tomorrow. I don't know. So I'll talk to you. Peace.